Michael Kelly says, is it possible to work 2 ISSO positions at once? Is it possible to do 2 ISSO positions at once? I don't recommend that at all. I mean, ISSO work can be very difficult and very stressful. You're having to do a lot of meetings. Sometimes they're very stressful. It's really too much to take on 2 of them at once. I'm telling you, man, I'm not saying this as somebody who's just thinking about it. I'm telling this as somebody who's done this. It is a nightmare to do that. I did it many years ago. I was remote and I was doing 2 different ISSO type positions. It was so stressful, man. I'll have meetings in one and then I'd have to jump on a meeting with another one, and then I had 2 different, 3, 4, 5 different packages I was working on. I was working 24/7 even on the weekends. If you're really doing the work, and I was really doing the work, I don't recommend that. The real bad thing is the stress level of it, because like I said, if you happen to have 2 good organizations and they both know about each other or whatever, then and there's no conflict of interest. That's the other thing, right? Because if you have both of them are in the Department of Homeland Security, right, and one's a contract and one's a government, you know, there might be a conflict of interest, and legally you cannot do it. One's for some hospital that has to do some risk management framework stuff, and then one is for aerospace stuff. Then you could probably legally, there will be no problem. There's no conflict of interest, because they actually ask you that when you're doing the applications. They'll say, hey, have you worked here before? Are you working directly with this organization or that organ? They'll actually ask you that. So if they're totally different, and then another thing is, you know, when you get hired, they'll say, we want you to work X amount of hours and X amount of time frame and all that kind of stuff. They might explicitly deny you from doing that. So it depends on your situation. You could do it. I don't recommend it. I made a lot of money at the time I needed it, but I won't be doing that again. I'll just put it to you that way. And not unless they're both part-time jobs. Both of them were like 10 hours a week, then maybe, you know, maybe. It depends.